All right, so I know that you are super excited to get started, but before we do that, we need to cover some basics. I want to explain to you why you should watch this mini course in its entirety and why I believe that what I teach is worth your time to learn. So let's outline that right now. As you can probably tell, I love to teach, and much of my job involves just that. As a coach, it's my job to help you build a solid foundation to stand on. I have plenty of courses, resources, and offers for you to enjoy eventually, but all of them will actually build on the takeaways that you get here. What we are doing here is laying the groundwork, and we cannot skip it, or else everything's going to fall apart. The purpose of this course is to help you understand the organizing process as a whole, so that you can uncover your blind spots. It's only by identifying those blind spots that you're going to know where to improve and see what might be missing from your current strategy. As entrepreneurs, we often just do more of what we're good at because we believe that that's what's going to lead us to more success. We double down. But it actually works the other way around. You already know your craft because you've probably honed it for years, so you don't actually need to do any more of that right now. What you need to do is figure out what you're not good at and practice that so that you can fix any leaks to that big bucket we call life. You need to understand how to leverage your talent so that you can maximize the ROI on your time. And this course is like a primer for that. Once you understand all the basics, then you can make much better decisions around what your next steps should be. We're focusing on organization first because organization lies at the core of everything. Project management skills and productivity naturally follow organization, so the secret lies in your systems. We're going to identify if you have them, why you need them, and how we can improve them once they exist, before we move on to other things. This order of operations makes a very big difference. I can only explain it by saying that we need to learn how to walk before we can run, before we can fly. And the method I'll be teaching you in this course works on pretty much anything you can imagine. It doesn't really matter what you're trying to organize, and that's precisely why it's so great. I call it the organizing formula. Now you might say, wait, what? There's an organizing formula? Yes, there is. And by the time this course is over, you're going to wonder how you did anything without it. It's a set of specific steps that can guide you through any organizing project. And I've used it myself for years and years. I've used it in my business, for my personal life, even to lose weight. And I'm going to show you what it is, why you need it, and how it applies to your life. That being said, let me add a disclaimer. This is not a magic pill. We cannot possibly solve all of your problems in 1 hour, and this course is no exception. I've created it to help you dip your toes into a more organized world, but it will not miraculously fix everything you're struggling with without you making a bit of effort. So please know that. There's a lot of psychology behind habits, organization, and productivity, so it will take some time to sort out whatever mess you're dealing with, whether that's physical, digital, or something else. That being said, please know that it can be solved. Whatever you have on your plate in terms of commitments, no matter how scattered you feel or whatever file system might be broken, we can absolutely sort it all out together. In fact, having been an organizer for well over a decade now, I can say with certainty that there is nothing you can show me that I haven't seen before. This is a safe space and there will be no judgment from my end. Once you understand the organizing formula, you can pretty much organize anything in the same amount of steps, whether it be your photos, your paintbrushes, or your time. You see, there are reasons why things are done in a certain order, and those reasons are pretty darn good. So that's what we're going to talk about. It's kind of like cooking. It's very hard to prep veggies after you have sauteed them, right? So we need to do things in the right general order. Of course, there's always going to be some flexibility back and forth, but the order of operations matters so much. If you understand all of the fundamentals of organization, then you're going to be able to organize anything that's thrown at you and have a much better chance of success with your goals. So, in this course, we're going to cover why you might feel disorganized, or if you're one of my dear colleagues just checking this out, why you might be very organized. We're also going to cover each step of the organizing formula. We're going to talk about why shopping for organizing supplies or services isn't necessarily the answer that you think it is. We're going to talk about how to think strategically about your plan of action and how to think of the organizing formula within the context of project management. Think of this course as a primer to help you expand your understanding of the organizing process and your own behavior, and then just know that it can all be improved. It might just take a moment while we practice.